Thanks for the reminder. First of all, I want to personally, I want to thank all of you for your support for myself and my wife, mainly my wife, over the past month. She went through 2 surgeries, and we have her home now, and she's getting better day by day. So I want to thank everyone for your support. Appreciate it very, very much. And I want to welcome everyone to our September state call. We do this every month, as you know. So let me share my screen here with you, and hopefully can everybody see that all right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Looking good? Okay, let's get started here. Of course, the first thing is we always review these basic things that about our state on every call. Now, last Saturday, we had our strategy meeting for 2022. And so some of these things may change over the next month or so, but right now we're still working on the year 2021. And our vision statement for Indiana, of course, is the same as the national vision statement: build a strong, engaged army of self-governing activists. And our mission statement, as you know, to restore self-governance by recruiting, training, and deploying citizens and activists to engage in all levels of government. That has not changed, and I don't think from our meeting last Saturday that those are going to change in any way. Now, the mission objectives, or the wildly important goals, these may change. These are going to change for 2022, and we'll be getting into that and disseminating that information over the next few weeks. But right now, we're still focusing on trying to accomplish the objectives that we had set forth for 2021. And on some of these, I'm going to give you some very, I think, encouraging information tonight, some progress that we made on these. So I know you've all seen these before, so we're not going to go through them again here, but it's like I said, we got some good information to give everybody tonight. So I think you're going to find it very interesting. As I mentioned last Saturday, we had our strategy meeting for 2022. We had a great meeting. And I want to take this opportunity right now to thank some people. I want to thank Paul for hosting that meeting and taking us through the process that we go through on every strategy meeting. And so Paul, I want to thank you. You did an outstanding job as usual. Thank you very much for doing that. And Rick Lyon, I want to thank you for setting everything up technically and making this happen on YouTube as well as Zoom. So Rick, I want to thank you very, very much for the work that you did on that. As a matter of fact, Rick spent the night in a nearby motel, so that he could get there to the church early and get everything set up. So Rick, I want to thank you for that. And of course, we need to thank John Ackerman, because it was John's church where we had the meeting. So I want to thank John for that too. So thanks everyone for all the work that you did to have that meeting. Yes. Just to give you an idea, the areas that we delved into at the meeting deal with, of course, the number of supporters, region captains, district captains, legislative, education, and communication. Those are the main areas, and you will see the objectives that we will come up with. We're going to be working this information that we came up with last Saturday. May have some sort of a follow-up meeting, perhaps a virtual follow-up meeting, a Zoom meeting, to finalize what our goals are going to be for 2022. But you notice region captains here. That was kind of the theme of our meeting last Saturday, because we're looking at 2022 to be the year of the region captain, and we're going to be giving you some more information on that tonight too. So we got some exciting things going on for 2022. So anybody have any questions on that at this point in time? Anybody have any comments or questions? George says no, so we'll take that as a no. Okay. Well, one of the things we did at the strategy meeting was we gave a very, very high award. This is called the Convention of States Challenge Coin Award. And this is an award, this is the highest individual award that Convention of States gives to certain supporters in our organization. Only 300 of these are to be given out. And we were fortunate enough to give out number 212 at our strategy meeting. And the gentleman that received that award was John Ackerman. John, yeah. So that's Brenda Carlin and myself. And we teamed up there to give John the Challenge Coin Award. So, and we've got some other people. I'm going to work on this. We've got some other people that are deserving of this award in the state of Indiana. There've been about, well, I think John is the 8th person to receive this award in the state of Indiana. So, John, very deserving. Matter of fact, I had John on as my guest this past Monday on COS Indiana Live to talk to him about receiving the award and how he felt about it. So you'll want to check out the recording once I get that posted for everyone to see. But yeah, so congratulations, John, on your award. Brenda, have you made it on tonight? Brenda, are you with us?
Thought I saw her flash up there.
Yeah, there she is.
Yeah, Brenda, if you're talking, you're muted.
You're muted, Brenda. She is still muted. Well, I guess she's working on that. We'll hopefully she'll get herself unmuted, and we'll come back and talk to her about that. But as you saw in the picture, Brenda came to our strategy meeting, and so we really did appreciate her making an appearance there and contributing to the meeting. I thought she enjoyed what we did there. So thank you very much, Brenda. And hopefully you'll be able to come on and say a few words at some point tonight. So we'll move on right now. We're going to give out a couple awards here tonight. We're going to give a couple Patriot pins tonight. Now, for those of you that, just to refresh your memory, a Patriot pin, we give these out to individuals that kind of a, special recognition, people that are kind of going above the average, positive attitude, real team player, really supportive people that have stepped up. So got a couple Patriot pins that I want to present tonight. And as I've always said, once I get my Social Security check at the first of the month, we'll mail these pins out to these individuals. So we have two that we want to give out tonight. The first one goes to Shelby Reidenhauer. Shelby, are you on? I saw you on tonight, right? You there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, good. Are you on camera? You got your camera on?
Yep.
Well, I don't see you here. Where are you?
She's up.
You see her? Y'all see her?
Well, when you focus, yeah, I'm in a different view. So.
Okay. Well, anyway, Shelby, congratulations. Shelby, you are kind of the, am I right? You're kind of the support crew for the dynamic duo of Gary and Fred?
Pretty much, I'm their backbone.
Well, I understand you do a great job. I know I know one of the things you do is you set up the information table. Am I right, at their presentation?
Yes, I do. Yep, that's my own little project.
Good. Well, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. So
Thanks.
Shelby, thank you very much for stepping forward and helping out and helping to make these two guys the success that they are. So thank you very much.
You're all very welcome, and I will keep it up. I promise.
All right, good. Good for you. Larry, I see you on here.
Yeah, I'm here.
How you doing? I wanted to
Oh,
give
I'm
Larry
doing
a
okay.
I wanted to give Larry a Patriot pin because Larry heads up our data cleanup project, and this was a project that we started a few months ago and kind of got off to a rough start, and we needed someone to step up and take it over and carry the ball, and Larry stepped forward. So Larry, I want to thank you for doing that, and you're doing a great job, and hopefully when we get to the chart that you've provided, you can explain to me what it means. Okay. So Larry, you got anything you want to say?
Oh, well, it was, there was a lot of work to do. It's a lot of, data entry kind of work. We still have a ways to go, but, you know, we're whittling it down a little bit at a time. And you know, when I get frustrated from watching the news, I get on the computer and start banging it out. It's a sort of therapy.
Good. We all need some therapy when it comes to watching the news too much. That's for sure.
Hey, Dale, I want you to know too, that Larry has been doing double duty, helping Dr. Dan Stock out at all of his functions, and basically stepping in because of Dan's work on the health side to be the District 88 captain, supporting Dan as a co-captain. So Larry's really putting forth a lot of effort these days.
Well, good. Thank you, Marty. Thank you. I wasn't aware of that. That's good. That's good. So Larry, you really do deserve this award, don't you? All right. Congratulations, Larry.
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, you know, another award that we like to give out is what we call the self-governance pin. And this is for individuals that display evidence of self-governance, be it at the federal, state, county, city, community level. And I know many are probably finding ways to get involved in their local school boards. And so that's the gentleman that we're going to honor tonight with a self-governance pin. That seems to be his interest. So where'd it go here? So we're going to give a self-governance pin to Marty Wood. Hi, Marty. You on tonight? I see you there.
Yep.
Tell us what you're involved in, Marty. Briefly.
Yeah, thank you. Well, basically telling everybody I can to go to their school board meeting and get involved. We've got a number of issues, and I think I will let everybody know. One, I've been on a school board myself before, and I'm seeing the same issues here in Hamilton County, Hamilton Southeastern School Board. The school boards don't typically understand their role and responsibility to set policy and to basically hire the superintendent and monitor, you know, his or her performance. They start delegating most of their responsibilities to the superintendent, and the teachers unions are heavily involved with the superintendent. And we're seeing very easily why school boards are so ineffective and are letting these schools run amok with things like critical race theory and SEL education, which ties that critical race theory and sexuality and a number of things into it. So encourage everybody, they got to get involved in the school board. I don't even have kids, but it's just aggravating. It hurts your property taxes, hurts everything when one of the better schools in the state starts going downhill.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Marty. Thank you for doing that. You know, self-governance is one of the cornerstones of what Convention of States is all about. So thank you, Marty. It's well deserved. And now Paul will be mailing this award to you, so he doesn't have to wait for a Social Security check. He should be getting that out very soon. Okay. All right. Okay, let's get into some reports now, some of our standard reports that we go through every month. And this one I've changed around a little bit. As you know here, I want to point out some things on this particular graph. Of course, the red colored districts are the districts with a district captain in place. At least one district captain. That's about 37 districts. Well, we have an influx, and we're going to identify these a little later on in our presentation tonight. But we just got an influx of about 10 brand new district captains. Some of them, a few of them are district captain applicants in districts where we already have a district captain, but others are not. So what I've done here, I've highlighted in yellow, I've highlighted the districts, the new districts where we have new district captain applicants. And we'll hopefully these will all stick with us, and we can convert all of these to red districts, hopefully next month. But I just wanted to indicate these are brand new that came in September. Now, if they all convert and follow through as district captains, that would put us at 44 districts with at least one district captain, and that would put us over our goal for 2021, which was 40. So that's a lot to think about. Well, I've got more to say. It's coming up here. I think the next graph about the influx of new supporters that we've gotten in the month of September, which includes then new applicants to our leaders management tool, which includes district captains. So this is good news. The other thing I want to point out here is that you notice that the region captains across the top here that we always put up here. Let me get my pointer here. The region captains across the top here, you'll notice we've got 2 new region captains. Cheryl Schottmeyer for Region 8 and Michael Ball for Region 9. So we'll be talking about them a little later on. But so we've got 2 new region captains. So we've just about got a full house here on region captains. That has never happened. That's a first. That would be a first for our state to have a region captain in place for each region. So and I'm seeing some regions starting to fill up with district captains here that I've never seen before. Of course, Region 3 has a lot of district captains. And look at Region 1. Dale Tipton's doing a great job in Region 1. So is Richard in Region 2. We've never had this many district captains in Region 1. So Dale, you're doing a terrific job there. So I think we're moving in the right way here, folks. We're going in the right direction. Anybody got any questions about this particular report? Okay. Well, here's one I really, really wanted to show you tonight. This is our Grassroots Growth. This is where we track new supporters from month to month. And notice down here in the lower right-hand corner, we just went over 62,000 supporters in September. And for the month of September, we received 3,209 new supporters. That's a record for this month, or for this year. And I'm going to check further. That might be an all-time record. I can't remember for sure. But if it's not an all-time record, it's a very high. It's very close. But over 3,000 new supporters that have come in the month of September. Someone suggested that we should maybe give an honorary Patriot pin to Joe Biden, since I think this onslaught of new supporters could be because of him. Just a thought.
Yeah,
But-
Dale, can I interject something here?
Yeah.
This is George. I worked a follow-up tool for several years, and it can be kind of grueling. It's kind of tedious work and things. But when Patrick Romack volunteered, or signed on board, applied for Grassroots coordinator, and one thing Dale always wants us to do is duplicate ourselves. So if something comes up, there's somebody in the background that can take over. Well, Patrick took over the follow-up tool, and that's sending me thank you emails to all of the people that signed the petition. And I can tell you, I've never gotten close to 3,000 people in 1 month. I am flabbergasted. I realize how much work and plugging and chugging through them all. And I just wanted to recognize Patrick Romack here as doing a fantastic job in handling all these. Plus, he's doing, as he does that, he does some things to support the data cleanup project too as it goes along.
Yeah.
But I think he's done a great job here and appreciate it.
Good. All right, good. Thank you, George. Thanks. Okay, let's move on. Larry, unmute yourself. Explain this to us, please.
Well, yeah, this just kind of shows the progress through the past several months since we started data cleanup. That's really the data cleanup really emphasized getting the +4 zip onto everybody's address, and a lot of addresses are also cleaned up in the process, where a lot of people just put down the bare essential for their address, and luckily Melissa, our citizen builder, through Melissa, picks that up and makes the address more post office type friendly.
Okay.
So we're down to about 4,500 right now. So, Tim and myself and Patrick have all contributed to this. So, kudos go out to those guys for helping with all this too.
Yeah, and do I understand this right? As far as the 4-digit zip code, that you started out with nearly 22,000?
Yeah, that's correct.
And we've got it down to about 4,600 now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's I'm going through now. We were going through with all the registered cities in Indiana. We completed that list, and now it's just a matter of all the little towns that don't make it on the map. I'm going through county by county and trying to grab all those addresses and adding zips. Of course, I don't think we'll ever get it down to 0 because
yeah,
there's just so many places that don't have, the +4 zip. Plus, there's a lot of folks who just don't have a good address.
Yeah.
So, we're kind of stuck there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. Well, thank you. And folks, the importance of this is that this cleans up our database so that when we give a list of supporters to a legislator, we know that it's pretty accurate. And because that 4-digit zip can put a person in the correct district or incorrect district. So it's very important. This is all very, and obviously incomplete addresses, duplicate people, those need to be cleaned out of there too. So, all right, Larry, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank
Larry.
you.
All right, let's move on. COS Indiana Live. As you know, I do that every Monday evening. So we're chugging along here. Coming up next Monday evening is our roundtable meeting. So that'll take up the whole evening there. Then got Debbie Stewart coming up in October. I want to get our new region captains on in October. I want to continue interviewing new district captains. My goodness, we got so many new ones. I think I'll probably be spending the rest of this year interviewing new district captains, and that's great. That's great. Also want to mention our contributors over here, Debbie Stewart, John Ackerman contributes on John's Journal, and Paul Phillips contributes also on with the Free to Be Free Moments. And I want to tell you right now, we got a new one coming up. Dr. Dan Stock's going to become a COS Indiana Live contributor. And I think we're going to call his contributions, What's Up, Doc? We're going to try and create some sort of just like we did with John's Journal here, John Ackerman. We're going to create something very similar for Dr. Dan. So, and Dan guarantees me that he will keep these contributions brief. It's going to be something hard for him to do, but he's going to keep them brief. So anyway, looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a great addition to our broadcast on COS.
Hey, Dale, quick question.
Yeah.
We discussed at the strategy meeting about trying to keep everybody that has signed a petition informed. Is everybody that is on the list that Larry's cleaning up, are they getting notices to your Monday meeting?
They do if they've opted for email. They get them in email, and of course the broadcasts are all posted on our Facebook page and YouTube. So if they're looking for it, Marty, I think they are getting it. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be worth an email blast just to retouch with everybody, because as we're getting more and more people, I know Larry was at an event with Dan on Sunday and signed a lot of people up, and it'd almost be like a little welcome wagon thing,
Yeah.
for everybody to make sure we're getting them and keeping them in touch with what's going on.
Good point. Good point. Yep. Okay, as we mentioned, roundtable coming up on the fourth Monday of every month is a roundtable meeting. So coming up this next Monday, the 27th, will be our roundtable meeting for September. And we're having, well, Paul, you're on, right? Paul, tell us.
Yes, sir.
Tell us what you did today in preparation for our roundtable meeting.
I did an interview with Senator Mike Braun, and we had a nice talk, about 15 minutes or so, and his office is going to send us that recording, and that's going to be the feature on the roundtable on Monday. Very
good. Very good. The interview go well?
Yes, I believe it did, but I haven't seen the video yet.
Okay. Did I know he's a supporter of Convention of States, right?
Yes, he was in the Indiana General Assembly in 2016, and he did vote for us. And our first state director, Diane Gomez, always likes to talk about how Mike Braun came alongside her and tutored her and mentored her and helped her with getting our resolution to passage. So he's played a big role in it.
Good, good, good. And I believe, Rick, have we settled this, that our October roundtable, we're going to have Mark Meckler on?
He has tentatively agreed to that, but I haven't confirmed it yet.
Okay,
I was going to wait till after the next roundtable to do that, but
all right,
I believe he will be our guest for the next one.
all right, great, great. Sounds good, good. Okay. Roundtable this Monday, 7 p.m. All right. Ken, you're up. Tell us about what's happening in the comms, on the comms group.
Okay, the comms group is, well, as of the last week or so here, we're seeing some growth. We have got at this point, looks like 3 new content writers that'll be finishing up their COS University gatherings with the content writing course. And I'm thinking in October here, we'll have 3 brand new content writers to add, which will certainly be a nice plus to have when it comes to our newsletter, as we'll have a lot of new writers being able to contribute to that, as well as our blog and social media as well. We've got a couple of people that are really going to be helpful in that area as far as the comm teams goes. The roundtable promotions, again, between Rick and I, we continue to try and get the word out, especially for Mike Braun coming up here for Monday. But that continues to be a monthly focus to get the roundtable promoted, and we're looking to expand some areas that we can open that up to as well. We had a little bit of delay in getting the newsletter out this month. You know, things happen, and it should be out this week, as we've had to plug that in a little bit later than we normally do. So that'll be out later this week, and again, we're looking forward to continuing with the newsletter to continue to find ways to make that even better and raise the bar on that. Social media warriors, we are continuing to look for somebody at this point to kind of head that up, kind of be a mentor for our social media warriors. I think we might finally get that done here in the next month or so. A couple people that have in mind that might work out for that, and we're looking forward to that happening as well. And then the last thing really that we have, which is a great announcement. I mean, I can honestly say when I came on in late 2016, there were 2 videographers that were kind of part-time videographers, and after our gathering, which is that goes back a ways here. After our gathering, they kind of disappeared. So I was the only videographer left until I became a state communications coordinator. And I'm really happy tonight to be able to say that we have an aspiring young new videographer who's got a great eye and is looking to hit up his father for some more equipment. And at this point, Luke Phillips is going to venture through some videography for us, as he's got a couple of meetings lined up here and things that he'll be sharing a lot of new footage, and a lot of the footage that you'll see that happened for the strategy meeting was taken by Luke. So want to welcome Luke.
Ken, I'm a little concerned. He kind of seems like he's pretty shy and introverted. You know, I don't know if you think he's going to work out okay?
I think so. We put him in the Marengo Mike course for the month, and this was the first picture after his first lesson with Marengo.
Love the picture.
Yeah, so I mean that's Luke. I think you're gonna look forward to seeing a lot of good stuff from him, and we're glad to have him on. And we have to thank Paul as well for supplying what Luke needs to get the job done. So
Paul has supplied 2 children now to to the Convention of States movement.
yeah,
daughter-
I hope we don't.
daughter-
I hope we don't lose Luke as quick as we happen to lose Maya.
Right, right. Well, I think
know,
we got
so-
him. We got him for a couple years.
I think we have him for a while, so we're gonna let him do his stuff and figure out exactly what he'd like to do with it as he goes forward. But he's a nice young man and certainly did a great job at our strategy meeting. So.
He did all the pictures and video for the strategy meeting. So he seemed
we'll have a follow-up video. He did send me a bunch of stuff. I got to get it edited, and we'll have a follow-up video for the strategy meeting.
Yeah, we will be. I'm glad you mentioned that. For those of you that weren't able to attend in person or virtually, we will have a video. We will have a recording of that we'll be able to share with everyone. So
that's all I got.
All right. Thanks, Ken. Paul, you're up, man. Got anything to go here?
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the advocacy presentation again.
Yeah.
So if you could let me share the screen, Dale.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I've got it.
Now, what do I do with mine? Do I stop sharing mine or?
Nope, we're okay. I think everybody can see my screen now.
I don't see your screen.
You don't? You might have to stop sharing yours then.
Okay, now I see yours. Okay.
Okay. So this is a presentation that was put together by Robert Kelly, our staff attorney, and he presented this at the Past States Regional Summit a few weeks ago. And I went through this at the strategy meeting on Saturday, and Dale thought the message was so important, he wanted me to go through it again. So what we want to talk about are a couple of things. 2 of them are lobbying and campaigning and the difference based on the type of organization we are. And Convention of States Action is a 501c4, which is a nonprofit organization, but a C4 is a political organization rather than a charity like a church or something like that. And to maintain our nonprofit status, we have to adhere to some rules regarding lobbying. And there are a couple of different kinds of lobbying. There's direct lobbying, where you're communicating directly with a government official or their staff. So anytime you go to visit your legislator, talk with their legislative assistant, excuse me, talk with their legislative assistant, you are doing direct lobbying. Now, there's also grassroots lobbying, and that's where you're persuading somebody else to talk to a government official. So actually getting somebody to sign the petition, for example, is grassroots lobbying. So we have to be careful when engaged in these activities to make sure that we're following the proper rules. And some of the main takeaways here is lobbying laws can make it difficult for us to lobby on local issues that are non-COS issues, specifically to reimburse volunteers for lobbying. So we can't pay our volunteers for any lobbying they do, or, for example, reimburse you for gas for driving to the State House and things like that. If you want to lobby on a non-COS issue, so that's, something like CRT or vaccine mandates, or I think the list here. If you want to do that using COS resources, such as names from Citizen Builder, email blast, text blast, all of that stuff. If you're using COS resources, we have to get approval first. Now, if you're doing any of that stuff on your own, say you're just talking to your legislator, you're using personal email, that kind of stuff, you're fine. You can, you're an independent citizen, you can do what you want. But if you're going to use COS resources, you need to get approval first. Now, campaigning is a problem also for a 501c4 organization. And, first thing we need to define our committees. So it's an organization created to get involved in elections. And there are a few types. One is candidate committees. That's like Hoosiers for, Senator so-and-so or something like that. There are party committees like the Democratic National Committee or the Republican Committee. And then there are also political action committees, which are advocating for issues rather than candidates. And then there are independent expenditure committees, or what are known as super PACs. So contributions to those kind of committees, COS cannot contribute to any of those kind of campaign committees, money or anything of value given to a committee. So if you're involved with helping a candidate get elected, anything like that, great, you can do that on your own. Just make sure you're not wearing your COS shirt or using any COS resources to help a campaign. And that's any activity coordinated by a committee, block walking or something like that, or distributing materials produced by a committee. So it would not be appropriate at, say, a COS town hall meeting to distribute materials for a specific candidate. So corporations, including COS Action, are generally prohibited from making contributions. So don't do it. Don't make COS contribute to a campaign by using a COS resource to help a candidate. Now, express advocacy is a different kind of communication that has no reasonable interpretation other than as an appeal to vote for or against a clearly identified candidate or set of candidates. And you might be surprised what this involves. So here's an example. Vote Biden, that's express advocacy, right? That makes sense. Trump 2024, advocacy for a candidate. Vote pro-life, that's actually advocacy, considered advocacy for a Republican candidate. So if you say vote pro-life in the next election, that is considered express advocacy. It's highly regulated and we have to report it if it's done. So I just wanted you to be aware of how that's considered. Now, electioneering communication, it's a mass communication that mentions a candidate in the lead up to the election, but doesn't say how to vote. So I believe that's like 90 days before an election. If you would do a communication that says, Senator so-so favors tax hikes to fund Biden's infrastructure bill, call him and tell him to vote no on any tax hike. If that kind of call to action is issued within 90 days of the election, it's considered electioneering, and it's prohibited activity with COS resources. Nonpartisan get out the vote. That's basically a communication that tells people to get out and vote, but doesn't mention a candidate or tell them how to vote. Go vote your values is an example. Partisan get out the vote is generally regulated like express advocacy, which I talked about. And that's when there's a partisan message or a partisan audience. So if you're doing a general get out and vote, go register and vote, but you are strategically only selecting people registered for one party, that could be considered electioneering. Just as if you said, say, go vote Democrat or go vote Republican. So some of the takeaways here is campaigning is highly regulated. Don't do it with COS resources without approval from legal. They'll give us state-specific guidelines. No coordination with a campaign unless it's specifically approved. And absolutely no giving in the name of another person. And so you can't get, there's a contribution limit for campaigns. And if you give up to the limit, you can't take, I think it's $2,000. If you take another $2,000 and give it to your neighbor and say, go donate this to the same candidate that I like, that's a no-no. Just ask Dinesh D'Souza. That's how he ended up in jail. He donated through another person. So that's it, Dale. That's a quick run through of some of the do's and don'ts. The big thing is, on your own, you're fine. You can do whatever you want. You're a private citizen, but please do not involve COS resources unless it's approved by legal in any of those activities. And by that, that includes block watching for a candidate with a COS button. It includes at a COS meeting, passing out literature or signing petitions for another activity or something like that.
Okay.
So,
all right.
That's what I got, Dale.
Okay, send it back to me here.
Yep, I'm done.
Okay. All right, folks. I wanted Paul to go over that again because I think it's important that we understand that. So how come? Oh, there it is. All right. Okay, can everybody see it now? Okay. All right. Thanks, Paul. Paul, do you want to mention that Telepatriot?
Yeah, Telepatriot's something we talked about a bit at the strategy meeting, and basically just getting better at using this. And we're kind of thinking of getting to where the region captains are able to create their own Telepatriot missions or create a mission on behalf of one of their district captains to better utilize this tool. And the better we get at Telepatriot and participating in missions, the better position we'll be in to help non-pass states, because that seems to be the most frequent kind of help they ask for. For example, North Carolina is, I don't know if the mission's done yet or not, but we've had one going on for a while. And
by the way, we should recognize a certain gentleman from our state that I don't think I include that. You're going to do that?
I was just about to say, I'd like to recognize Dale Tipton. He's made, I think, over 280 calls into North Carolina on their mission to try and get the Senate to have a vote on COS. So I just wanted to mention Telepatriot and how we hope to develop our skills with that tool.
All right. Thanks, Paul. Okay, let's move on here and let's get George. I wanted you to get up here. These are the new district captains, and I don't think I've accounted for all of them, quite honestly. I think there's a couple more that have come on here, but these are the new district captains that have come on in September. And these are the ones that comprise those yellow districts that I had coded on the districts per region chart earlier in the presentation. So hopefully these will all become permanent district captains as they get into their training. And then we have, otherwise we have 35 other people on our leader management tool, volunteers, in other positions. So we've got a very, very active set of new leaders. So that's very good. That's very good. George, you want anything you wanted to say about this or comment on?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there are, I think a couple more have been added to the list in the last couple days. I worked with Vicki Mooring. She was having some problems onboarding one lady. But one thing, all right, all of these new district captains are going to be going through their training. If you, I want to kind of put the word out there that it's part of my duties to manage the training, the district captain training guide. It's a Google online document. If you don't have the link for that, these kind of all rushed up on me at once, and there are several here that I don't have in the training guide yet. That's my job tomorrow, is getting the training guide updated with the new trainees. So if you've got the link to the Google sheet, you don't have to be in the sheet to go to the training guide, but it's kind of like a live document. Any changes that are made to it are show up immediately. So if you go to the guide and you're not on there now, maybe the next time you go to it, you'll see where you can get to your page. Also, I will gladly give anybody training on that. You can just give me a call or contact me. Either call me, leave a voicemail. I'm not sure where my phone number is at. It's 260-336-8263. I'll put that in the chat for everybody to see. Or you can send me an email through george.ward@cosaction.com. If you do call me and I don't answer because I don't have you on my contacts list, please leave a voicemail. I do keep on top of that. So anybody, anytime, anybody that has any problems or questions, get a hold of somebody, okay? Some people sail through this, other people struggle. There's a lot of different reasons involved, but don't be afraid to ask for help. We've run into a lot of problems before, and we got a fix for it.
All right.
So I'm real happy to see all this, and we're ready to go.
Okay. You jumped the gun on me on recognizing Patrick and his work on the follow-up tool, but
yeah, I'm sorry.
I did want to put a picture up here. That's Patrick on the left, by the way. I assume that's his wife. So I did want to recognize Patrick on the work that he's done on the follow-up tool with a big influx of new supporters. So.
Yes, that is tedious work, and he's done an excellent job. And we didn't have a rehearsal for this, Dale, so I didn't want to miss him, so I jumped in ahead of time. And
that's okay. That's okay.
All right.
So thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Patrick. Okay, Gary, you're up, my man. You on here? Where is Gary tonight?
I'm still here, Dale.
There he is. Yeah.
Right here. Indeed. So this is the Mission Excellence Tracking Region Captain Summary for the month of August. Now, this is a change from our old practice of having this be more or less the current month. So this is for the month of August, the calendar month. And we tallied a total of 469 points. The reports for Region 3 led all the points by a wide margin, as you can see. And I know there were a lot of other things done during the month that people didn't get reported, and we're working on ways to help you learn, to help you be able to make it easy to report for the Mission Excellence Plan. But anyway, Region 3 was clearly the winner for the regions. And in Region 3, we had 3 top performers. Diane Jones led everyone in the state, and also Don Lynn and Ed Paraguay were strong performers. In Region 4, Fred Dennison was a strong performer. Region 6, Jill Jones was a strong performer. So that's the tally for the Mission Excellence Report for August.
All right. Thanks, Gary. Thank you. Yeah, I hope this is an easier way to see what's happening by regions. And folks, like we said, 2022 is going to be the year of the region captain. So we're focusing on region captains here by region. So we can see how each region is performing. So
Dale might point out too that the number of district captains per region, that's basically from the month of August. So it's not the current number. Current numbers are going to be different, but this is a report kind of looking back. So to the best of our knowledge, that's the number of DCs we had in each region in the month of August.
okay, all right, good. Thanks, Gary. Well, Gary, I want you to. Well, Gary, you want to talk about this?
I will talk briefly about this.
Yeah.
This is a map of Indiana with the Indiana 9 congressional districts. And our old regions were somewhat mirrored the U.S. House districts. Because of the 2020 census, the Indiana legislature has redrawn all of the Indiana House districts, or most all of them, and has redrawn the congressional districts. We want to do a region realignment to increase the number of regions. I hadn't really planned on having the number that I've come up to, but we may have as many as 14 regions after realignment. And we're working on this now with the existing region captains to draw up new region boundaries. That'll be coming in the weeks ahead as we get work through that. But just want to say that some of the regions, all of the regions, most all of them have gotten a little bit smaller geographically, and we'll have anywhere from say 5 or 6 up to at the very most 10 or 11 House districts in a region. So anyway, that's going to be coming up, and we'll have a finalized map maybe by next month, or if not, shortly in November.
Yeah, we definitely want to get this settled before the end of the year, before we go into 2022. And I know I think Gary's idea of creating more regions here, taking into consideration more of the geography involved. I mean, you can see here like Region 8, look at 9 and 6, the geography that they cover. Region 4, so and the number of districts in each of these regions. So I think it's I'm excited to see what we come up with here. So I think we're on the right track here. Anybody have any questions about this? Okay. All right. Well, I mentioned we got 2 new region captains. Gary, you want to introduce these 2 individuals to us, please?
I'd be happy to do so. So 2 individuals who have been doing a great job as district captains, both agreed to step up into a kind of the next roll up in leadership in terms of becoming region captains. More like step down, you become a servant to your region in a way. But anyway, Michael Baugh, pictured there with Dr. Dan, is going to be the region captain for Region 9. And Cheryl Shopmeyer, there on the right, is going to be the region captain for Region 8. And really pleased that these 2 have agreed to take on these new roles. These are big jobs, and these are fine people, and we're looking for good things to happen as they grow those regions.
Yep. Well, congratulations to both of them. I hope to have them both on COS Indiana Live in October. I had hoped to have them on earlier than that, but Cheryl's sister just passed away, so her focus, of course, is on family matters right now. So I'll get them on in later in October. So everyone, when you get a chance, be sure to congratulate these two people for stepping up. Okay, strategy meeting. Here's just a few pictures of the meeting that we had, and this was at the church, John Ackerman's church. You can see we had a pretty good crowd. We had between the number of people that number of people that physically attended the meeting and the number of people that virtually attended, we had 27 people that attended this meeting. So that's the highest we've had ever for a strategy meeting. So it was a good meeting. Paul and Rick did a great job, and it was a very, very enjoyable day. Very good job. Here's something I wanted to mention to you, folks. This is something that we can all do, but our own Tim Heidenreich and his wife, I assume it's his wife. This is a letter to the editor, the 3 control limits for government. So this is something that we should all be doing. This is an activity that we should certainly encourage district captains to do, and to encourage volunteers to do, as far as that's concerned, or our state content writers. Letter to the editor. So I just wanted to say, Tim, thank you very much for doing this. Upcoming events, I may not have them all listed here. It's we're experiencing a great problem, and that's that we're conducting so many events. It's hard to keep track of all of them. But here are the ones coming up here in October. Of course, the Roundtable Meeting is next Monday, the 27th. But we got then festivals coming up for the rest of September and going through even into November here. So thank you all for stepping up. And Tim, I know you're on tonight, right?
Yes.
Got anything you want to say about the prayer contact group?
No, I just want to say every month we need to send these into the National Prayer Group at the end of the month. So I'll have to send it in the next few days. If anybody has any prayer concerns like those listed that you want to get prayed for a lot of people, please send it. I do want to mention that we have some people that have been very sick in our organization, and we've been praying for them. And so please consider that in your areas, people that have cancer, people that are having terrible difficulties of one kind or another. If you want to send their name in, check with them first and make sure that it's okay that we give their name to this National Prayer Organization. It's not going to be publicized, but some people are private and they really don't want that to be known. So anything like that would be good. And I'll be sending them in 2 or 3 days. So if you have any, please get them to me before then. Thanks, Dale.
All right. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Well, let's go around the horn here. Well, I know we're running over time tonight, but that's okay. Our next state call for October will be October 27th. It's always the 4th Wednesday of every month. So it'll be October 27th. So let me get back to the screen here and let's kind of go around the horn here. Check in some people that haven't had a chance to say anything tonight. Thomas, you're going to be first tonight.
Oh no!
What you got? Huh?
No, not being first tonight. I'm sorry. I left out. I went out and took me some pain medication, so it's taken effect.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, glad to have you, bud. Glad to have you. Thank you. Diane Jones, you got anything you want to say?
Okay, well, I'm sorry I wasn't at the, the annual meeting. I was being a grandma, like throwing a baby shower. So that was the day that my daughter decided that she wanted a shower. Well, we went to California and I couldn't get out of it. So
Okay. Well, family first, family first. So thank you. Thank
At
you.
our district, yeah, we had our district monthly meeting. I had 3 people show up,
Good.
and I was just amazed at that.
Well, great.
So
Great.
Yep.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Susan Perry. Did I say the last name right?
Yes, you did fine.
Good. George says I
I-
did. George says I didn't say it right. But
It's a long E sound. There's 2 E's instead of 2 R's like Perry. It's Peary.
Peary.
Think of-
Peary.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I always say these things wrong.
not a problem.
Right.
Yeah, I've been kind of super busy with my business lately, but I did take some time and attended the Cambridge City Canal Days Festival here down the road from Centerville where I live. I didn't manage to get to Centerville's Archway Days Festival, but I did the Cambridge City one, and I think I got about 10 people to sign a petition. So
Great.
I don't have their names down because someone said, well, I'll go home and do it. But I'm looking at the records and trying to see how they look.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Susan. Good job. Larry Hudson, you got anything?
Just one thing, Dale, on the upcoming events you had listed there, I think the second one was Corey. I think it's an apple festival.
Right.
Carol Schottmeyer, of course, you said had a death in the family. Michael Baum, who's not on, I don't think tonight, called me yesterday or day before and said he was going to do that for her. He was looking for help. And I don't know of anybody that's really close. At least I don't see anybody on tonight that are. But it was either, if you can't find some help, I think he's going to have to cancel it. It's in Corey, which is about an hour west of Martinsville. So I think that's in Region 8, I believe, where Carol is the new district captain.
Yeah.
It's a 3-day festival, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's this weekend. I think he's running it from 9 to 4:30.
Yeah, he's as we said, Cheryl had her sister passed away.
Yeah.
So Michael is stepping up to cover her for that. So hopefully we can get some help directed his way.
And we had I'll ask Leanna to pipe up here and give you her report, but we had a popcorn festival, apple and popcorn, right, Leanna, in House District 25 that she hosted an information table there as well. So when you get a chance, Leanna, go ahead and give them a little break. That's all I have.
All right. Thanks, man. Jerry Rowe, you got anything to say?
Welcome back to me from surgery and all.
Yeah.
I think it was the day after you had your meeting there in Anderson that I went into the hospital and for gallbladder surgery, kind of an emergency thing. And spent 3 days in the hospital. So now I'm home and I'm getting better pretty fast, actually.
Good.
Might be better than I have been for a while.
All right, glad to hear it. Thanks. Good. Don't forget, Jerry. I got to have you on that roundtable meeting.
You mean on the actual roundtable?
Huh?
The actual roundtable or some prep meeting?
Well, I need you at the rehearsal meeting Friday, and also, of course, the roundtable meeting on Monday. Okay. I'll be in touch with you on that.
All right.
Vicki Mooring, got anything you want to say?
I want to say congrats to Shelby and Larry on their pin. And I don't know how many people are on, but the Region 3 District Captain meeting is this Saturday at 10 o'clock.
Where is that going to be?
Liberty Diner.
Liberty Diner. Okay, you have it there every time, right?
Oh, we have been. Yeah, it's easy for everybody, and they kind of accommodate us. So.
All right. Good deal. Thank you, Vicki. Leanna from Indiana.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
I've been muting myself this whole time. Yeah, so I was not at the strategy meeting because because Brookston always has their Apple Popcorn Festival. And I figured if they let the White County GOP go there, surely they'll let Convention of States go. So I had the booth, pretty much ran it like 7 a.m. to maybe 4:30 or so. Jerry can attest it was super hot, but I was there with Debbie, who I guess is another kind of district captain from Tipton area. Anyway, we had a lot of, we were kind of off on a side street, so we didn't get quite the traffic that we would have had if we were on the main thoroughfare. But people would be walking by, and I'd get thumbs up, or they'd come in and be like, "This is great! Like, where can I sign up?" So I counted. I have 23 petitions that I need to add in. I've got like maybe 3 people who said they wanted to volunteer. Someone from one of the booths across from me was actually a political science major. So he was just talking about it, thought it was great, and wanted to know more. So he took one of my cards and then wrote his number on one of mine. So I've got a lot of follow-up I need to do because of that. But anyway, I think it was pretty good showing. And if the strategy meeting is always happening on the 3rd Saturday of September, then there probably is going to be conflicting with that festival every year. So I don't know. I'll have to pick my battles, I guess.
We don't have a set date to conduct that meeting, so it's year to year. We pick the date, so we'll try and pick a different date next year. So
yeah. Also, thank you, Larry. Thank you, Larry, for the banner, and thank you, Rick, for all the handout material. I didn't have a lot of the newer ones that were like the nice little brochures with everything in it. I handed out a ton of that. I handed out a lot of pocket constitutions as well. So.
All right. Thank you, Leanna. Thank you for the job you're doing. Ed, you got anything? Ed Paraguay?
Not too much. I had an enjoyable ride down to Anderson with Gary riding shotgun, Gary Harbaugh, and the time went fast. We had plenty to discuss, including areas where we overlap outside of COS, or I should say experiences. I'm planning to attend the Saturday morning meeting for Region 3 and hope to see somebody there. Have a good evening.
All right. Thanks, Ed. Thank you. Dale Tipton.
Nothing additional to add, Dale. Just happy to be here.
All right, good. Doing a good job in Region 1, Dale. I tell you, we've never had that many district captains in Region 1. So
well, thank you. A lot of good people stepping up.
Good job. Yep. Good job. Gary Reidenhauer. Anything you want to say, bud? Okay. Richard Loken, you got anything you want to say, Richard? Oh.
Yeah,
there's Gary.
I'm here. Yeah, I wanted to say thanks to Dale for those placards that they sold over there. Those were pretty good. I already got rid of the ones I purchased, so I'll probably need more of those. And I thought it was a good meeting overall. And I'm glad to see that more and more people are becoming activists with everything we've got going on.
Okay, thanks, Richard. Gary, you got anything? Gary Reidenhauer?
No, we just encourage everybody to come up to the 1324 drive-in on October 9th. So we could use a few volunteers to kind of help out. We don't have to take tickets, but we've got 3,000 pocket constitutions that need passed out as everybody comes through the gate. Everybody gets a pocket constitution. So, and the theater asked that we do a head count, so we kind of have a idea on how many people actually showed up for the meeting.
All right.
So they have an idea.
This is the first, ladies and gentlemen. Gary is Gary and Fred have rented a drive-in theater in the Wabash area and is going to show the movie In Search of Liberty. And basically right now, this is going to be an information table on steroids type thing. So this is really a first, a whole drive-in theater, and I'm really anxious to see how this turns out. So
Yeah,
good.
Bring your kids and your grandkids. Because
Yeah, good
it
good
is
job,
an
Gary. Good.
awesome movie.
Okay, Brenda, you on? Can you hear us, Brenda?
Yes, I am on. Did
There
you
you-
call me earlier and I did not respond? Did you call me earlier? You
I'm
did not.
sorry. Say again, Brenda. Huh?
I said, did you call me earlier and I did not respond? Because
No,
I had a little issue at the first. Anyway, thank you for calling me. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. Just some information, if it hasn't already been mentioned, about Front Site. And that is coming up in November out at Pahrump in Nevada, a combination of Patriot Academy and Convention Estates. I don't know if you've heard the announcement. Jonathan put it in all the channels that Colonel Alan West will be out there with us.
Right.
So if you're interested in signing up, please do so as soon as possible, because we have a block of rooms available and we need to, for the best deal, get all those in. I think it's actually about the same date as the theater, like around October 9th, I think. So I appreciated being invited and attending the state strategy meeting. And that's all I have, unless someone has a question for me. Dale, thank you.
Well, thank you, Brenda, and once again, thank you for coming to our strategy meeting. We enjoyed having you there, and appreciate your input. So thanks again for that. All right, folks. I know we went way over time tonight. Sorry about that, but I'll have to blame it on a few individuals. They just talked too long. But we'll.
Melba, you didn't call on me, so I guess you don't like my.
Well,
snake.
Melba, I see you. I don't
Just wanted
see
to
you.
Say that I've been here the whole time.
Well, I don't see you.
You see my snake plant?
Yes, I see
Okay.
you. I see a plant. Where
Yeah.
are you?
I'm here.
Okay, well, I'm
just,
sorry.
I think I want to thank Dr. Stock for
Yeah.
helping me and my husband. I wasn't able to be at the meeting in person because I got a positive COVID test.
Oh,
And honestly, I didn't feel like putting on regular clothes and just hanging out in my comfy clothes at home. So that's why you see the snake plant.
okay. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't register with me. I thought you were away from your computer.
No, I've been here the whole hour and 20 minutes.
Okay. Well, thank you, Melba. Thank you.
Dale, this is Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd just like to ask everyone's help with this roundtable on Monday. We've got Senator Mike Braun coming, and, you know, in order to attract people like that, we need a good audience, because, you know, they're coming for the audience and the exposure. So really encourage everyone to show up, and that way he knows that we're reaching a lot of people with this, and, you know, that'll get out and encourage him to support us even more and help us get other high quality guests for our show, for the broadcast. So,
and that will be live streamed to our Facebook page, Convention of States Indiana, and our YouTube channel, COS Indiana. So those are the two ways that you can view that broadcast.
Yeah, and then secondly, Dale, if I can, just real quick, one of the things that didn't get mentioned yet about the strategic planning meeting was the leadership award that we gave to Dale, well-deserved award. And I don't know whether you've got it handy there, Dale, you want to show it or not, but.
Oh, that's okay.
Just want to, for those who weren't able to come, just let them know that we did give you that award, and it was well-deserved.
Yeah, thank you. That was caught me completely by surprise, and
that's what everybody was hoping for.
That was it. Well, and you succeeded. So, folks, thank you for. Sorry we went over tonight, but hopefully everyone enjoyed it. I think we had a good call, and keep up the good work. Things are popping, and we're growing by leaps and bounds here and doing a lot of good activities, a lot of good things. So thank you all for the great job you're doing. Have a good evening and see you again in October. Good night, everyone.